Guys, Genshin Impact tayo ngayon. Ganda ng mga wallpaper. $5,100 Raiden Shogun. Sana lulog. Ang screen ko. Anong nangyari? Ay, tinitingnan ko sa Facebook. Sa YouTube nga pala. Okay. Sorry. Sa YouTube nga pala tayo. Sorry na. Bad. Sa akin. Kaya pala ayaw mag-ano. Tuloy pa rin ang grind, guys. Ba yan? Ito. Excited na ako sa 4.1, guys. Kaso wala tayong pang pool. Ayun lang. May sikreto pa rin dito. Nagkaroon naman. Ito ba't sumusunod ito? Nagsunod sa akin ito eh. Kanino kaya to? Panigurado may paggagamitan nito eh. Yan. Hindi na natin papanoorin ulit yung ano. Kasi napanood nyo na sa maraming streamer yun guys eh. Yung 4.1 live stream. Napanood nyo na yun sa madaming ano. So hindi na natin papanoorin ulit guys. Kasi baka magsawa na kayo sa kakapanood nun. Siya na-charge ko muna yung cellphone ko. Ba't naglalaro tayo sa peace? Oy! Okay. Nakailaw, nakahiwalay pa yung ano. Nakahiwalay no? Meron na bang susi? Kaya wala ba yan? Inuuna ko pala itong mga sa ilalim ng tubig. Baka makalimutan natin, boy. Ayaw. Kasi makalimutan natin. Minarkahan ko naman eh. Minarkahan ko na naman. Siguro naman di ko na makalimutan niya. Wala na lang natin ito may hili. Ito napupuno agad. Siya. lumangoy. Transparent. Tayo ah. Bilis lumangoy. Huli. Bilis lumangoy ah. Galing mo lumangoy ah. Sorry. Galing niya lumangoy eh. Nakabilis. Galing na natin yung isang ano, bulak-bulak. Wala na pala dyan. Para magamit natin sa iba. O yun, yung may ano. Ito yata. Ay, nasa ilalim na ito. Naku, wala. Hindi ko nalagyan ng ano. Nalagay yan. Pwede mo sa lubungan guys yung mga yan eh. Kaso na yun? May ano? Ngipin ng dinosaur mo. portal. Baka kasi kailanganin natin guys eh. Kaya niraramihan ko na. Ramihan na natin, di ba? Asan na yun? Hindi ko makikita. May iniwan akong ano guys eh. Parang umiikot ng mga isda. Para ma-record natin. Quest yun eh. Ganda. Kasi hindi ko na makita sa kuliwa. Minarkahan ko sa mapa ko. Yung quest na yun. Minarkahan ko siya dito, pero bakit wala? Hindi siya makita. Ito ba yun? Alam kong banda dito lang yun eh. Ito yata, isa sa mga to. Kaya sa mga ganyan. Check natin. Ganda ng karagatan no guys. Kaso di pwede mag-picture. Ganda ng dagat kasi di pwede mag-picture. Bakit ganun? No? Ito yata kailangan pa-picture. Oo nga, ito nga. Hindi pwede instant picture. Kailangan nyo sa options. Paangat si Fremini. Eto na, nandito na tayo guys. Yun o. Nag-iikot o. Ganda. Kasi meron yan dito ano eh. Kaya subukan ko yung dito guys. Ayan. Para ka talaga nasa dagat. Once na sumisip, gumanong ka, nagre-react din sila. Diba? Nagre-react din sila eh. Quest yan dito guys. Yan nandito. Quest yan. Ganda oh. Pero may pera din dito, wait. Check natin ito. Okay. Saan yun? Meron po palang ano? Tataas. Kung saan? Saan ito? Ay, ito dali na eh. Post naman na ito. Saan tayo dadan? Ah, sa taas. Tuktok ko. Oo. Meron pala dito. Nag-picture yan ah. Walang damage. Mabilis to pag nasa-isip, di yan. Oh.
Getting here! Pair!
Solidify!
Let the magic begin! Surprise!
Getting here! Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Pair! Frost is coming!
Order guide you! Gather!
Now disappear!
Sort the items by type and store them for future use.
Ito yun oh. Ano yun? Ba ito? Sa ibabaw ng tubig. Kailangan ko yata ng ano dito. Kailangan ng barko dito. Layo naman. Mabilis talaga lumangoy sa ilalim ng tubig kaysa sa ibabaw. Ito kalaban to. Boss. Ulo, napansin ako daw ng isa. Pampam. Pampam tapos ka.
Pair! Frost is coming!
Over here!
Pair! Getting here! A round of applause!
Solidify!
Frost is coming! Commencing cleanup! Pair!
Gather!
May budget?
Surprise!
Frost is coming! Getting here! Frost is coming!
There's a lot of treasure here.
Pasok na. Ano bang hindi ko pa napapasok? Na ano? Hardcode na naman to. Walang ibang domain? Walang domain na ano? Hindi ko makita yung domain ng... Ito yata mabubuksan to eh. Mabubuksan yata yung dito. Kasi nandito... O para kay Preminate. Daming ganito kailangan. Pero okay lang, madami naman. Kalat lang yan dito. Lahat na nadadaanan natin guys, pinukuhaan natin. Pero sayang ito eh. Wala na bang ano? Wala na. Ay, meron. Sayang naman yan. Ano na guys? Wala na kanya. Dinadaanan na lang yung kalaban eh. Wala no, kailangan natin materials ng kalaban. Ito, kanino ba nakukuha to? Itong mga to sa bubbles. Ay, mga maliliit. Kailangan pala ng ganyan ni Premini. Ito. Yung patulan natin guys. Walang binigay. Walang binigay, pera lang. Ang maliliit na crab. Yun o. Diba? Baba na ano. Dapat dito pa levelin si bilang XP pa. XP na normal na XP. Pa-preliminate, kailangan natin ng mga ano, mga materials. Pamera. Ito yung malaki. Pakunat-kunat to eh. Namatay si Premini. Ang bilis. Come on, boy. Wala kang bigay. Wait sa'yo boy. Kunat-kunat na tapos walang bigay. Baba ng drop. Try nga natin yung mga ano dito. Mga pusit. Yung mga pusit. Ito. Try nga natin itong mga pusit na to. Anong bigay na ito? Papares lang. Pares lang pala eh. Pwede na to. Panatan natin itong mga pusit na to. Panatan lahat natin yung mga pusit. Marami pang bigay yung pusit ah. Init. Ang init. May ano dito. May nakabukas. Ganito. May pader pero ano meron sa pader na to? Meron. Harang lang. Takpad lang ng harang. Ano ba to? Ganun din. Sorry mga baby. Sorry. Ito si Paimon. Bubble boost. Paimon. Since passing through anyway. Gonna check. Bubble beast. Ano ito? Ano meron? Sinasabi ni Paimon something dyan eh, kaya nandito yung di ko makita pa yung sinasabi mo dito daw eh. Kakat nadaanan lang daw na pass through. Let's check out daw. Ano check out natin wait. Let's check out wait. Wala naman. Ano naman Paimon eh. Wala ko mga po. Wala akong makikitang save. Saan may save dito? Ata. Masyado namang active itong mga kalaban. Urat. Bigay mo. Ganun lang. Same lang ng bigay. Sakit ka. Makunat tas masakit. May flowers. May flowers para sa ako na to. Pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay, kaya pala. Pagkakasunod pala yan, kaya pala. Mali. Baka siya pa yung madampian ng ano eh. Pang tama ako eh. Yun eh. Wala si Blappy. Yung pala yun. As again. There ba? Berry pop. Ah, nakatali. May nakatali siyang kaibigan. Gugutom na naman siya. Magkakaroon dito. Tapos na yung naano na yun eh. Layo naman ang travel ng monster dito. Patapos na. Ang dami na nila oh. Yung mga flower. Dito na ulit tayo eh. Nakarating na ako dito eh. Preminate talaga ng diver. Dito yung quest niya no? Ano?
I wonder if this chest is some kind of trick.
Papuntang Wonderland. Ito yun eh. Dito yun. Papuntang Wonderland guys. Pero check natin kung may quest pa dito. Wala ng pangisda. Nawalan kasi ng tubig dito yung mga no? Nandito sa taas yung tubig. Galing ah. Ako nagbubukas dito. Wonderland boy. Punta tayo sa Wonderland. Pag umakit kaya diba? Dito na naman tayo. Ah? Yo, labas na tayo. Tayo dyan. Huwag na tayo dyan, guys. Nakakahilo yan eh. Nakakahilo yun guys. Buwan tayo na anak. Mga flowers.
Step on up! Surprise!
I
Ano
think
yun?
I should make some extra rat goo.
Palitan na natin.
Cue the spotlight!
Step right up. Let's get this show on the road. Now disappear.
Tumalap lang na. Bulak-bulak.
I think I should make some extra rat.
Iwan yung itlog eh. Sa takot.
Stabilize! I will have order!
And voila!
Step on up!
Solidify!
Over here!
Here comes the finale!
Get in gear!
Frost is coming!
Step on up!
Now disappear!
Gather!
Nada Kondala.
Pinakaano pala ako? Naka-waiver. Bale, okay na nga yan. Elemental burst naman to eh. 50% per wave.
Pair! Get in gear!
Be amazed!
Dead reckoning! Pair! Get in gear!
Surprise!
Pair!
Pamayan na dun. Oh, kailangan ng ulan. Kailangan to ulan. Wait.
And voila! Let's get this show on the road!
Meron. Underground do. Ayusin natin. Audacity daw eh. Kapal na mukha na itong adventurer na to. Sampaling kita. Kami pa pinagkamalang ano eh. All my artwork daw. Artwork daw yun. Ang pangit naman artwork mo. Hindi siya artwork. Sinisira mo yung ano. Tira may itsura ng landscape. Artwork daw eh, no? Kumbaga may dalawang artist. Yung isa sumisira ng landscape, yung isa nag-aayos. Nothing wrong with them daw. Grabe, yan yung pinaka-explanation ng artist. Na ayaw niya kasing malaman na mali yung ginawa niya. Diba? Pag mali yung ginawa mo, sasabihin mo, nothing's wrong with what you're doing. Diba? Pero mali naman talaga kahit anong gawin niya.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now. Missing me to death, I'm sure.
Imbis na maayos niya yung art niya. Wala, papabayaan niya lang, napangit. Art daw eh. Diba? Pero may ibang art naman kasi na gan talaga. Bahala sila sa buhay nila dun. Art nila yun eh. Alliance. Ah. Kaya natin to. Hindi ko pa ito nakuha. Tadan! Dito pala ito. Yung mga pang-weapon. Mga pang-weapon. Ano bang makakakarap na weapon? Dito sa... Check natin yung ano. Flamethrower ah. Ito tayo dito eh.
Stabilize!
Getting gear! Pair!
Step on up!
This is order! Quake!
Now disappear!
Over here! Cue the spotlight!
Frost is coming! Pair! Commencing cleanup! Getting gear! Frost is coming!
Step right up! A round of applause! Hip! disappear! Step right up! Here comes the finale!
Step on up!
Pair!
Over here!
What?
Getting gear! Yeah. Yeah.
Base natin nakatawid eh.
Solidify!
Now disappear!
I will have order! Stabilize!
Pair! Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Pair! Getting gear! Frost is coming! Getting gear! Frost is coming!
Surprise! Be amazed!
Step right up! Let's get this show on the road!
Nag-jogging yung mga spirito.
And voila!
Getting gear! Pair!
Step on up!
Solidify!
Parang ganyo. Parang ganyo, boy. Takot. Takot si ganyo. Sakit lang si Ganyan. Tapos na yung... Kaya inikot-ikot ko muna guys eh. Tapos agad yung daily quest. Full charge na ba? Full charge na cellphone ko.
So long as the audience thinks that seeing is believing, there's no limit to the number of tricks I can pull off.
There'll be a
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Kanilita.
time itself is a silent song.
Exactly.
Nag-set na pala agad eh. Pero quest muna tayo guys.
Can we play Banker next time?
An antique's value is in the eye of the beholder.
Time itself is a silent song.
Ano kayo nangyari kay Child? Gawin natin. Gawin na natin yung ano.
Over here!
Ayun na. Perform na ulit si Lini.
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows! Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Wow! A new trick!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So I went up and asked him to do a trick for me.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head. I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Oh, that's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Linny's done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean,
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this
Sabi niya
riddle.
siya yung Phantom
Traveler,
Weasel
Paimon
talaga.
doesn't like where this is going.
Siya kasi
Come
talaga
on,
yun.
say something.
Hindi si Caesar.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
nangyari? Wag na. Bawal, papanoorin ko na lang.
Surprise!
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Lenny? Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
Pala, nung unang palabas.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real Weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Grabe.
Huh. That's right! What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light!
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore.
Eh, na,
But
hindi
we
na kailangan
did
tanongin yung
not
ano.
forget, and so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny to perform his final act in tonight's show. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying high-altitude escape.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crimes.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So, what are we, doing now?
Like Linny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, And if you'd like to see Linny after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
All right. Well, let's go and watch Lenny's finale then.
Higher daw. So ba yun sa labas niya gagawin?
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished right in front of my eyes.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself. Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale.
Ang galing no, Paimon.
Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual haunt. But, oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. Alright, let's go look for him there.
Layo, no? Layo mo cemetery.
This is order. Stabilize.
Chip on us! Let the magic be...
Commencing cleanup. Get in gear. Frost is coming. Pair. Get in gear. Pair.
A round of applause! Now disappear!
Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him. I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes, we figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, "It's my passion." But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Winnie...
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But to keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show. full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah, cheer up, Winnie. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. All right, time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight? Were you—
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Winnie, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The Lenny Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1!
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see.
Damit na naman ni ano.
Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, oh yeah, a rainbow rose. But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Linny, pretty please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Ugh. Fine. Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing you again.
Naku, yari. Kalaban na siya. Kalaban na
Shall we
sila.
head back down too?
Kasusunod.
Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Linny and Caesar will be plastered all over it. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
Yun o. Nakakuha na tayo ng quest. Quest item. Lagi nga pag may natatapos ng quest item. Diba? Lalo na pag story. Ba kailangan na nagkailangan?
It's easy to fix.
Kung parang pala kailangan ko linis. Pa ba ang ganito? Wala na. Mix.
It's a machine when you know how it's built and how it works.
Check nga pala tayo. Nga pala yung nag-ano dito guys. Nga pala yung nagbibuild ng ano, ng weapon. Pa nakikita eh. Ito. Ano pa nabibuild dito? Ay wala. Hindi pa pwede. Okay.
Being skilled at something doesn't make it a hobby.
Nga pala nabibintang ganito. Ponta. Ponta. Uy, ano ba yan? I-double click it. Fermented 10k oh. Alma. Ano to? Sige, bili tayo ngayon. Yung mga yan. Saan na yan? 8k? 8k na yung ganyan natin. Baka maubos ng kakabili yan ng ganyan. Kasi magagawa ng ano. Weapon. Babae. Kaya ba? Freelance photography. Nakinig sa usapan ng iba yun. Sorry. Hindi tayo nuhuli dito. Okay. Pala tayo makakagawa na ano, weekly, ano? Weekly commission level. Kailangan pang ano, damihan yung exploration. Kailangan pala level 60 pa yung exploration bago magawa.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Kailangan natin gumawa ng maraming quest. May ponta din siya dito. Same price lang. Bibili natin yan. Ayan. Coffee beans. Ano, may coffee beans.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Oh. Yung babae. Ba't ganun? May quest pa kay Estela. Estel. Ano yung pangalan niya? Okay, interested kami dyan. Oh, nawala siya. Oh, bakit ganito? Ano to? Bibili natin? Oh. Ito na lang, dami natin naisip. Yung pala yun guys. Bibili. Yan eh. So, para matutunan natin kung paano gawin. Recipe. Recipe ng pagkain, recipe ng ano to, self-defense. Okay. Bibili lang natin ito. Para kumita sila. Ito, dapat na. Ito na tayo sa isa. Kunin na natin yung mga pinagawa natin sa mga boys, ating mga boys, teenager boys. Yun o. Ganun ulit guys. Ano to? Meron mo isang sortie. Attack. Maximum of 150 attack. Skin. Like, gawan ko ng isang gun kasi ano. One of like hurt. Okay. This effect triggered every once 10 seconds. Tapos ito life bond cleared last 15 seconds. Ano to? Elemental increase. Sublime. Tapos ito naman, ano to? After the wielder is healed, they will deal 60 damage of creeps. What? Kay ano ba to? Para kay... Wala, para kay ano to? Kay Lini. Ano to? Para kay Lini yan. Ito, Claymore. After the wield heal is healed. This can be triggered even when the character is not on field. Eto sa life bond. Saan yung isa pa? When using elemental skills or elemental bonus, damage bonus will increase by 8% per, and bond of life worth 20%. 20% HP will be granted. When the is cleared, every 1,000 HP is processed to be provide 2%. Kailangan mataas yung ano mo dito. All elemental damage up to 12%. So, kailangan mo lang dito 24. Tama. 6k lang. 6k damage, 6k HP para magkaroon ka ng ganito for every life. Madali lang to. Wala, iba yung ano, iba na ngayon yung itsura. Ito. Okay. Iba itsura. Ito. Full arm, HP. Uy, may HP. Pwede kong gamitin kay Zhongli. Uy, para kay Zhongli to. Rightful reward. When the wielder is healed. When the wielder is healed. So, kailangan. Pwede to kay ano. Restore energy. Pwede to kay Zhongli. Or kay ano. Kaso kailangan mag-heal ka. May heal mo to. Si Master Dilok pala yung tagagawa ng mga weapon. Gawa natin ng isang ganito. Isang ganyan. Kaso na, bigla nagkakawalaan yung mga ano. Bigla nag-enable. Kasi ito. Kailangan ko maraming ganito. Ganun. Dami kong ganito kung kailangan ko talaga mag-ano guys. Kailangan natin kumuha ng maraming ganyan. Yan, habang gawa na yung espada. Pang Master Dino. Okay, ano yan. Ibigay natin kay Lynette. Yung pa bang wala dito? Sincho. Kapit lang natin. Paapat yung binata dyan. Diba? Ay! Wala, hindi na palitan ng Sincho. Epic fail na yan na. So, kailangan ko ng ano. Kung ito dapat may life bond na weapon. Bagay sa kanya yung life bond weapon sa elemental skill. Kasi mag-elemental skill tayo dito. Will grant 150 attack will be gained based on total life bond. Max HP 25% max HP. Pero Kasi natin na upgrade. Upgrade na natin. Ano to? Meron tayong mga weapon natin. Natin yung baga. May weapon tayong tin-upgrade. May dalawa akong weed seed. Anong level na pa ng weed seed? Parto pa lang yung weed seed ko. Pakain na natin yan. Boom. Yung susunod is 107. Ang laki naman. 105. Ang laki ah. 15%. Kasi ito 12%. Plus 300. 60%. Ay 60. Boom. Ang laki pala nito. EM master is increased by. Gagi, ang sakit. Sakit niyan with seed. Wala akong weed seed. Ito, ano to? Wine song. Normal attack. Alternate speed. Abilities, attack percent 20. R5 na yung crit damage. Ito may weapon na ba ito? Wala pa tayong weapon. Ay, ito. Ito lang din yan. Okay. Kasi ito siya. Okay, meron na pala. Meron na pala.
Tea is ready. Now it's time for short rest.
Upgrade akong weapon. Yung iba meron pa eh. Kaso wala na talagang ano. Kailangan natin mag-ipon. Ito. Maganda yung mga ano niya. Maganda yung mga ano nila pag meron ka life bond na so kailangan natin mag-ipon ng mga bato-bato eh. Bato-bato ang kailangan natin ipunin guys. Pero maganda muna tayo. Para mabawasan guys. Labo dito. Kailangan ko may maraming bago. Wala dito. May salin lang muna tayo dito guys. Naglalangoy-langoy yung isa, no? Tagtuloy. Lalag. Naglaro yung tatlo. Naglaro yung tatlo. Nasa baba si Lini. Puro apoy kami ah. Walang shielder. Ala, ano to? Magda-damage test. Ano to, damage test? Damage test to, guys. Magda-damage test tayo, guys. Hindi ito damage test.
Step right up. Let's get this show on the road. Let's light it up.
Don't get too close.
Go in. And voila, Venture time. A round of applause.
Here's backup.
Let's light it up.
Check this out.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Get this show on the road.
Let me scramble.
Let's light it up. Now disappear.
Deciding.
Here comes the finale.
Here's backup.
Let's light it up. Fire it up.
Written in the
And
it up.
voila.
Adventure time. Get out of here. Take cover.
Ilan, nawala si ano? Okay siya.
Everybody stand back.
Step right up. Adventure time! Let's light it up! I'm going in! And voila! Here's Becca! Let's light it up! Return the star! Let's light it up! Check this out!
Shadows of fate.
Lumabas na sila. Parang damage test ng ginagawa namin. Ay, wala na. Para kami nag-damage test, boy, ah. Nasa baba na si Dini. Kulang pa rin. Iikutan niyo. Ang tagal. Walang player. Naka-live ako. So sasabihin ko. What? What? We can see. Of course. Of course we can see. It's not a bug. Mali ata nakukuha ko. Mali nga. Alam ba't Barbara? Mali pala yung nakukuha namin kanina, kaya umalis yung dalawa.
Now you shall perish!
Let's get this show on the road!
I don't want to see you hurt.
Inazuma shines
Here comes the finale! Now disappear!
We can do it!
Shine down!
A round of applause!
Illusion shattered!
And voila!
Let's dance! Ready, steady,
There is no escape!
Kala ko nasa lahat, nasa loob na lahat. Kala ko nasa loob na lahat. Sino yung kanina yun, si? Umalis tuloy. Umalis tuloy. Walang healer, pero sige. Nag-heal naman yung akin eh. We can do this.
comes the mission. Now disappear.
Torn to oblivion.
And voila!
Grabe yung ano niya. Grabe yung Lumin. Grabe yung Lumin. Napakabilis ng ano, cooldown. Grabe naman yan. Yung Lumin yan. Napakabilis ng cooldown. Tampo agad si CE.
Step right up. One with wind and cloud. Let's get this show on the road. Clouds high. The birds call into the wind. Now illusion shadow. A round of applause.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Grabe, nagtampo agad si C.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Step right up! Clouds high! A round of applause! Into the wind! One with me!
Drop!
Napapaiwas si Napapaiwas ah. Wala, gumagalaw pa rin siya. Nakalinis siya? Ba't ginamit niya si Lini?
Here comes the finale with wind and cloud!
Now you shall perish!
Now disappear!
Drop!
Illusion shattered!
Now time. The bird tall! The wind.
Torn
right
to
up.
oblivion!
Drop!
Bakit wala na silang ano? Ang trip mo itong mga ito.
Here comes the finale! Fallen leaves. Adorn my night!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Now disappear! The wind moves. As one with wind and cloud! Let's get this show on the road!
Torn to
And
oblivion!
voila!
Illusion shattered!
Shame!
Into the wind!
Pagigilay nilagay mo. Wala na. Wala na guys. Nagtampo tuloy si Shish. Sorry na Shish. Kulang pa rin. Pero isa na lang yung ganito ko. Saan ko ilalagay dito? Ay, dalawa kailangan nito. Okay lang yan, 888. Triple crown ko to, easy wins. Hindi, joke lang. Saka na natin siya i-triple crown pag disorbol na tayo. Wala nga tayo weapon ni Lin. Actually, try natin mag-pull. Gusto nyo mag-pull tayo. Okay, so na lang pang-pull. Meron. Gusto nyo, okay lang din naman. Bang. Wala. Ito na kailang ano na ba ako dito? Sa weapon. Wala. No data point. Bakit ganyan? Ano nangyari? Just like. Ayun. Kailangan mag-load. Wala. Bakit naunti? Nawala yung 6. 25? Ba't ganyan? Ba't 25 lang to? Pili na ba dito? Polar Star? Okay. Ano yung board? Malay nyo makuha natin yan. Ano mo masama? Ano mo masama kung papauwi natin si Zhongli ulit? Hindi tayo dyan. Papauwi natin siya dito tayo. Northern Bank. Nine days na. Sabihin sa 9 days na yun, magpapalit na agad. Ganda na ano ah.
Brave girl. Mommy. Come on. Don't cry now.
Ba't ano nangyari to sa mami niya? Namatay?
My cuisine is inedible.
Tagal natin di nabalikan to. Bakit yung sa iba guys, ang dami. Madaming ano, party setup. Samantalang sa akin, apat lang party setup ko. Ano ibig sabihin yan guys?
Welcome to the Northland.
Wala. Kapit. Dami ko ng ganyan. Wala guys. Hindi binigay si Zhongli, dito ko siya nakuha. Parang mali yung oras.
If I take the loan,
Tama ba dito? Or dito? Hindi ko na maalala. Walang yan guys. Better luck next time. Hindi ako napupul sa weapon guys. Kaya 25 pa rin. Bihira. Bihira lang.
one with nature.
Wait lang nga guys, dito na muna tayo. Out muna tayo dito. Out. Pero maya balik tayo. Out muna.